Hi, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Bullshitting with Bubba. Before we get started, we want you to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button so you never miss an episode of Bullshitting with Bubba. Let's talk, y'all.
Well, so we did miss one.
We did miss an episode last week. We had a lot of,
Sorry.
had a lot of sickness. It was a little crazy.
Yep.
Then when we were on our hunt,
We had this big plan.
Yeah, had a great big plan, but we had to leave early due to weather.
Yeah.
So all the way around, we're sorry that we missed that, but here we are. So we're just going to talk about last week and what we did and how fun things were.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So we had a big plan that so we got to Mound City, Missouri on Sunday afternoon to hunt snow geese, and we were waterfowl newbies.
Yep.
You know, pure as the driven snow in the waterfowl world, they may say, a little bit virginal. So we loaded up the gear and took off and went out. And first thing we got there, we went and drove around the refuge. And I will tell you, it's a sight to see if you've never seen it.
It was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Yes.
The survey Monday by the biologists at the refuge said that there was, I think it was 4.4 million birds, I believe it was, that they estimated to be there.
I believe so.
And, you know, that's a lot of birds in a little area.
Yeah.
You could have walked across the water, and if them geese would have stayed there, you could have walked across the water and never got your feet wet. It was
just walked on their backs.
It was nuts. It was nuts. So
it was pretty crazy. We were in amazement pretty much the whole time we were there, really, because it's
right.
You're seeing snow geese, hundreds of thousands, millions of snow geese who are flying over your head, like hundreds of thousands of them at a time.
Yeah.
It was pretty crazy. But we really want to apologize that we didn't get to do the episode last week, and we hope you forgive us for that. But and we wanted to do it remote because we had the most wonderful time. Going to the refuge, we stayed over there probably an hour and just drove around it. I forget how big they said it was, but it just, to see that many birds in one setting, which, we're going to put some pictures on here so that you can see it. It's one of the most amazing.
We're not going to. Technical department's going to. Not me.
Our editing.
That's out of my wheelhouse.
But it was one of the most amazing things I've seen. Just knowing how they do things, how God created them to migrate and do those, have those natural instincts. And we're bird hunters anyway. We upland bird hunt, and to see their survival, to watch our dogs work. We have German short-haired pointers, and two of them, and I know that she might stick in a photo there for us, but they're in our shop every day, and people love them, and we love to hunt with them, and their natural instincts that God instilled in them for their survival and for their hunting instincts and stuff. To watch that happen, it never gets old. And so, yeah, this was our first time to do waterfowl, and we're probably hooked for another.
We already booked a return, so
exactly to our
we outfitter booked it next time. So
for next year,
yeah. So Andy, you're gonna have to deal with us again if you watch this.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, we had a good time. I think it's kind of amazing to me that you really don't think about it, but these birds can live 30 years and they get hunted 9 months out of the year. So they are by no means. Even though there's a whole bunch of them, they are not stupid.
No.
And they killed one last year, a banded bird last year, that the band was 26 years. The date on the band was 26 years. So it's probably probably 28-year-old bird because they don't make the migration right away, I don't believe. So, but anyway, that's another one of those deals that's way out of my smartness grade, pay grade, we'll say that. But
No.
yeah, but we had a great time. We had a great crew. Andy, Sherry, they're wonderful.
Their children.
Their children,
It's a family business.
AKA the pit crew.
Yeah.
So they help with the chores around the lodge and stuff. And you know, had we hunted with Matt, our buddy, and DJ. We hunted with DJ one day in the pit,
And he did a great
and
job.
he did a great job too. So we had a lot of fun with those guys.
Yeah.
And
So we did the A-frame and the pit. You could also do layout blinds, but we weren't okay with that. We were like, we've got some, we just didn't want to do that.
I didn't want to lay out in a cold field on a piece
Yeah.
of wood
Yeah.
and pop up and shoot duck or geese.
Yeah.
For one, I'm sure that'd be good on my back and my hips,
Yeah.
being an old worn out fat guy. But then again, too, a worn out fat guy gonna have to pop up, whoop, 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 whoop. I ain't doing sit-ups all day. Now, you might convince
Maybe
me
one
to
of
do
these
it one or
days.
two times,
Yeah.
but I ain't gonna do it all day.
Maybe one of these
So
days.
we sat in a comfy chair in the A-frame and on a comfy seat, relatively comfy seat in the box. Once I figured out I didn't have to hunch my head over and I could stick straight up. But that's for another story.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, we had a great time.
Yeah.
So our big plan was, we got there Sunday. Our big plan was, okay, we're leaving Wednesday. So we was going to get to know some people and talk with them and everything and try to get them on here. And we figured Tuesday night, we could stay up a little bit later because a few of the guys were leaving, and so that didn't work out. Monday night, we went to bed, got up Tuesday morning, checked the weather. I guess it's a little gloomy out. Checked the weather. Blizzard warning for Tuesday night. So that kind of changed our travel plans.
Yes.
75-mile-an-hour winds forecast
Yep.
and 2 inches of snow. But listen, when it's 75-mile-an-hour winds and whiteout condition, if you get 2 inches of snow on the ground out there because it's relatively flat, that's saying something.
Yeah.
Because you could blow 6 inches into the next county and you never know it.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what changed the plan. If we would have kind of planned ahead and done it Monday evening, it would have been different maybe.
Yeah.
But is what it is.
Yep.
But we met a great bunch of guys out there, and
Gosh, we got Sam
Trigger.
we called him.
Yeah.
Because the
Trigger.
first time we met him, the very first thing he said to us is,
I come here to pull the trigger, and he did.
and I pull the trigger.
He pulls her too,
And he does.
and it's like, dang,
It was fun. There was Nick
Nick. Yep,
and Shay and
a dirt guy.
and who else did we have?
Well, so there's one guy, and his name starts with a B, but he was kind of in witness protection program because he's afraid he's going to get divorced.
Oh, yeah.
If anybody put anything on social media. So we're gonna change his name for purposes of
Just protection.
protect his identity. So
We're going to call him Foe.
we're gonna call him. Well, I mean, we could have done that, but I was gonna make up a name like Buford or Bo or Jim or Bo or something. Anyway, and then we had Zed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Zeb.
Zeb. I'm
Zeb.
sorry.
Yeah.
I got it wrong.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
sorry.
okay.
There's a squirrel across the street, and I keep looking over there and seeing this thing, and it doesn't take much to get me sidetracked.
No.
And then who else did we have out of that bunch of misfits? Listen, we had a ball out of them, and they would have been a lot of fun.
Yes. They were a lot of fun.
Yeah, they were a lot of fun. It would have been a lot of fun to stay more.
Yeah,
Don't get me
longer,
wrong.
longer.
It wouldn't have been. I'm not saying it would have been a lot of fun you know, they could have been a lot of fun. They were a lot of fun.
Yes.
Let's back that up.
Lots of stories,
Lots
lots
of stories,
of laughter.
and
It
we
was wonderful.
and we wanted to get it, but dang it, you know,
We didn't want to get stranded
yeah.
and not be able to make it back here for work and for the shop and stuff. So
We've already done that once this year, and we didn't want to repeat.
no,
When a trip took twice as long as it should have, and it was real sketchy whether we was going to make it or not. So we decided, let's bail.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
12-hour trip. We decided,
Yeah.
we're rocking and rolling ahead of time.
Yeah,
So,
for sure. For sure. But
but
we hung out with them. We met other people too. We met a father and son, and it was really cool because, you know, they said, well, you know, we could go and we could, you know, sit around. They were talking about doing something, and then they were like, you know what, we're going to go hunting together, and they're just going to kind of make that a traditional thing, and I think that's very important. It's a family environment. I mean, you know, the guys cut up and they say things and they do things, and you know, it's silliness, but for all in all, there it's a pretty family oriented place. And also, you know, you feel welcome. It was clean. It was, I mean, the hospitality was really wonderful.
it was. Yep.
Couldn't ask for more.
Good
So,
food.
yep, great food. We just plenty of food. Anything you asked. I mean, they were willing to make you happy. So
Yeah,
that means a lot to us. Again, it's about the customer service part of things. Our business is huge on that, and so we really find it few and far between anymore, but want to make sure that we contribute to places that are like that.
Yep,
So
yep.
it was really cool.
Yeah.
Are we gonna?
We did learn that there's many uses for, and it might be, and this person, it might be Busch Light inspired, but there was many uses of the F word. I'm just gonna say it. I mean, it was used as a noun, a pronoun, an adjective,
A verb.
a verb. I think it was used as punctuation at least a half a dozen times, and it's like, dang. And you know who you are if you watch this. I'm not saying any names, but you know who you are. You paint a picture Bob Ross would be jealous of. I'm just saying.
That's hilarious.
Out there, and he's like, I'm like, hey man, what do you do? I'm an engineer. What? I figured you for a truck driver, mechanic, something like
Dirt
that. Dirt guy, you know. Yeah.
No,
Yeah. And there was a story about, so you have to understand when you get out there, you're on the plains, okay? So the wind blows all the time.
Yes, it does.
And I'm not even gonna say any names on this, but we got this story about a wall shit. I'm just gonna let this out. Okay. So this one place we was hunting, there's a railroad bridge, okay? And, you know, when things gotta happen, they gotta happen.
Yep.
So this feller said, yeah, you guys wasn't no help to me. He said, because when I was over there taking a wall shit, and my toilet paper was blown away, nobody wanted to come and help me.
True.
So he had a brand new roll of paper, and the paper's blown about half of it away. Now it's still on a roll, but it's all strung out there in a big string. And so they're like, well, what did you do? He said, well, I done what you're supposed to do. He said, I rolled that shit up and used it. So he said, I didn't waste it. He said, I reeled her back in, and you know, and I said, you know, somebody asked the question, well, why did you say it was a wall shit? I'm like, because, you know, big guy got to lean up against the wall. You know, you can't crouch down forever. You get a cramp in your hamstring or something, you'll never be able to get up. Then what would you do? If your buddies ain't gonna help you with the paper, they sure ain't gonna come and help you get up off the ground.
Yep.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Yep. So we want to give a shout out to the outfitter, right?
Mhm.
So it was Trophy Wildlife Outfitters,
Mhm.
and that's Mound City, Missouri.
Yep.
And so you guys should check them out. Like I said, like we both said, Andy and Sherry and their children are wonderful. They're very welcoming. They make you feel like one of the guys, and they just they take care of you. So if you ever get a chance to go out there, they'll take care of you, and it'll be a wonderful experience.
And they have
So,
a pretty high rebook rate. So,
yeah,
they must be doing it right if people are coming back year after year. And we found that they are,
exactly.
We actually, funny story on how we went. I'll just tell you this real quick. So we went with, I got a phone call on like a Wednesday evening of this week last year. And it was just a random week. I don't remember what week it was because I've slept since then. But anyway, so Matt calls me.
Who was our guide,
who
but
was
who
our
is our
guide,
friend.
Who was our friend from the Friends of the NRA of Fairfield County.
Yeah.
Wonderful organization that we work with, for their for
Another
their
shout
events.
out.
Yeah, for their events.
Yeah.
Matt and Myron, they're great guys. They run a great event, and
Yes.
we really appreciate being part of it. So, but anyway,
Very big blessing.
so Matt calls me and he's like, "Hey, Bubba," he's like, "I need your help. Need you to help me out." I'm like, "Sure, we need." He's like, "What are you doing Friday?" And I'm like, "I don't know. I'll have to make a phone call, but as far as I know, nothing. But that don't mean anything. I'm not good at scheduling. That's been proven in the past. I have a bad track record." So we make it. We go. Me and boss lady here, and so we go to a charity banquet like that. We don't go for nothing. We actually, I'll play the games, even if I'm working it. I'll play the games. I'll buy stuff in the auction.
Give our proceeds because
give it back.
Yep,
So
we believe in them, and
Yep.
they help a lot around here, especially with our youth.
Yep.
That's a big deal to us because we got to keep them interested.
Yeah.
So
and keep them out of trouble, hopefully.
Yep.
So anyway, the auction's going pretty good. I've bought a couple things, Of course, somebody likes to sit up front on everything that they do. So we're sitting up front, and I'm talking across the table with the guy, not even looking at the auctioneer. And they're auctioning off this goose hunt. And I'm like, well, no, I've never hunted waterfowl. I've kind of thought about it, but I've never done it. So I'm like, I'm not going to bet on it. So I'm talking with this guy, and we'd been buying a lot of stuff, me and this guy going back and forth, chit-chatting. And I hear the auction going, and it starts stalling out, and me and this guy's just talking, And all of a sudden, the auctioneer says sold, and he's real close to me. And I turn to look, and he's pointing at me. And I'm like, Jack, I'm talking to this guy over here. I'm not bidding on anything. Well, no more than I get that out of my mouth, and I hear somebody giggling and clapping behind me. I didn't know she was bidding on a goose hunt. So,
well, they said, that when you go on the goose hunt, that you could go and be with Matt. And I was like, oh, cool. They've become really good friends and gotten this rapport and stuff. And I thought, that's really cool. He would love to do that. He could go and be with Matt, and it would just be a really cool thing for them to do.
So we get this, and the auction goes through, and the event wraps up, and we're headed home, in the car, and we load our stuff, and we're driving back toward the house, and she's like, "Babe, I'm just so excited. I'm so excited that you get to go hunting with Matt." And the whole time I thought she knew, but I'm like, well, you get to go too. And she's like, "What?" And I'm like, "It was for two people. The hunt was for two people that you bought for one day." I said, "So you get to go too?" She's like, "Oh, I do?" I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh, no, we got to get new camo. We got to get new guns." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah." You never said anything about that when it was just me going hunting with Matt. You're like, "No, just take that old single shot over there. Yeah, that one's got the..."
No. But when they said two people, I was thinking him and Matt, not him and Matt and somebody else, like two extra two people besides Matt. So, yeah.
So since she bought it, that means, once again, I was her plus one. So I was her listen, I'll be her plus one anytime she wants.
Forever and ever.
Yeah.
There you go.
So we're hoping this comes out on Friday,
Yes.
the 14th of March, 2025.
Yeah.
We don't know if production staff, you know who you are, is going to get it done in time. That's why we're not going to go as long. We're going to try to let her do some things and have some work tonight.
Yeah.
But I just want to say, March the 14th, 2025 is a little bit special to me.
Oh my gosh, it is.
Yeah.
I didn't even, no, today is the 13th. But
tomorrow.
Yeah, gotcha.
When it comes
Yes,
out,
yes,
if she
yes.
gets it on there in time, it'll be the 30th anniversary of my first date with this beautiful girl right here. So, work that schmoozing right there, buddy. So,
And it is his daddy's birthday.
it'll be my daddy's birthday. Yep.
If he was still
If
with
he
us.
was still with us, it wouldn't be his birthday.
Yeah.
Yep. He was born in 1952.
2? Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yep.
But
Yep. He would have been 74.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
I
we
think
li-
that's right.
Yep. But yep. So pretty special day, and because that's when my life changed forever. When I picked her up in my black Camaro IROC Z. Yeah, I was cool at one time in my life. FYI, I had game at one time. Do kids still say game? Is that
Again, we go back to this like
Yeah. Like
what do you call
your
it?
daughter was like, "Hey, I got some tea to spill. You want to hear?" I'm like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "You want to hear the tea?" And I'm
Well,
like, "What?"
Because the
So I
tea
guess
is
it's-
spills and it goes
yeah,
all
it's
it goes
gossip.
all the way.
It's
yeah.
gossip. And she
Mhm.
went into this tirade, and I'm like, "Oh, cool." I don't know any of these people you went to high school with, so
But it is a very special day tomorrow,
Yeah.
and gosh, I forgot that it was
Oh, you heard it here. It's on tape. She forgot again.
tomorrow is March 14th. Today I didn't even think about it. So, but had I got up in the morning, thought, oh, it's March 14th, I would have remembered.
Yeah.
But
So,
anyway, but it is a special day, and we're blessed, and we just keep wanting to continue to thank everybody for watching our podcast. And again, we're new at this, so we're just kind of moving through it, and hopefully it gets better and better.
kind of
And
stumbling,
yeah,
muddling, whatever you
but
want
we
to say.
appreciate your patience and understanding, and that we love each other a lot. We love God for sure, first and foremost, and we're just thankful for Him, and thankful that we're able to do stuff like this, or we're thankful for our business, that our family is, a part of that, and that's a huge thing, and that we've again brought in the Bubba's Outdoor Supply family. When you come in and become a part of our family, we want to treat you like that, and that's how we felt out there. Was kind of like, you're part of the family, and they
Yeah.
just really enjoyed us being there, and talked to us like we just fell right in, like
Yeah.
we had known them forever. So that is
And it was kind of heartbreaking that we had to leave
yeah,
a little
we
early.
were
And
we kept sitting
kinda wreck
around
our
thinking,
plans and-
we were like listening to stories still, and he's like, babe, we gotta go, man, we gotta go. I'm like, I know, but we're having so much fun.
It was actually by the time because we drove back about 4 hours or so, and by the time we got back, or the time we drove 4 hours to get south of it, and by the time that we got into our hotel and everything, and got something to eat and checked the weather, it was actually starting where we had left. So
Yeah,
we left in the nick of time.
yeah,
And, I called back out to the guys and checked on them the day, not the next day, but the day after that. And
2 days later.
2 days later. Yeah. Thanks. I wasn't mathing. It's been a long day. And they said, yep, we got it. We picked up decoys and had to reset decoys for a couple hours. And, it was pretty much
everywhere.
mayhem, but so they got it. Everybody came through it safe and sound, and then that's a good thing. So,
Yes, absolutely.
but we're losing light, so we're going to have to wrap
Yep,
this up.
yep.
And
So this is kind of a short one today, but we appreciate you again, and just tune in next time, and we'll hopefully not have any more issues.
yeah,
with
we're going to try not to skip.
sickness and
So
stuff.
yeah, but
So,
thanks a lot, and we
and again, remember to always like and subscribe and press that notification button so you don't miss an episode of Bubba's Outdoor Supply.
That's right.
And what'd you say last time?
God bless. We love y'all. Have a good week. Bye.
Bye.